Hello, today is my sewing plans. I've mentioned this in my last couple of videos, and today is the day. So I am dressed for fall today, but it is in fact April. It is what they call dogwood summer, I think, to where it's like 50 degrees outside today, the high, but 2 days ago it was 80 degrees for the high. So little odd weather, but it kind of works with my sewing plans because I am an autumn color tone, so color palette, and I do gravitate toward those colors year round. So instead of fighting that, I'm just gonna go with it, and I'm really excited because I think it's really gonna work out. So I have a Halloween cruise. I call it a Halloween cruise. It's a cruise during Halloween coming up in October. It's actually the very first full day of the cruise is Halloween. And then it goes, it's a 9-day cruise. But it is a cruise, so it's, tropical weather. So it's warm weather. So I'm kind of excited to sew warm weather clothes and clothes that I can wear right now, but in kind of fall fabrics and stuff. It's kind of fun. So I'm calling it my tropical autumn wardrobe. So I have kind of adopted the module sewing method from Whitney at Tomcat Stitchery, where she does, what does she do? She does 8 pieces total, I think. So 3 tops, 3 bottoms, a 1 piece, and then a topper. So either a jacket or a vest or something to go on top of something, a layering piece. I'm kind of adopting that, and I'm really excited. So let's get into it. All right. So first up, the 3 tops I'm going to be doing. Okay, so I'm going to be doing 3 tops, 3 bottoms, a dress, and then and that's kind of my core pieces. So if I don't get anything else sewn between now and October, then I can take those on the cruise and be a wardrobe fine. But I have 1, 2, 3. I also have 3 additions if I so choose, and if I have time for. So yeah, 3 tops. If you saw my fabric haul video, most of the fabrics here are from that haul, which is making it a very affordable wardrobe. And so this cream knit and this hunter green, OD green knit. Now this is thinner, this is a little bit thicker, but they are both going to be a bodysuit. I do like to tuck my shirts in and wear a belt and just generally have a nice form-fitting top with kind of like more flowy pants or bottoms kind of thing. So I'm going to do one of them, either the cream or the green. I haven't decided which one. I'm going to do this view with the lacing and this view with the crisscross or the wrap or whatever, the faux wrap situation. Now I am going to make this a little more modest. I don't mind showing off the girls, and it is a cruise vacation kind of thing, but I do want to be able to wear this kind of thing out and about in my real life, and I am a little more modest than that. So I'm gonna raise that up a little bit. But yes, green and cream. Oh, and I'm gonna do short sleeves. Really excited for that. Now I am going to do a muslin or a toile or a mock-up of all of these. So because I haven't sewn anything in a really long time, like 10, 15 years, a really long time, well, maybe 10 years, 12 years, I don't know, really long time, and I never really stuck with it long enough to make a wardrobe or anything, or, you know, really hone in on fit and style and that kind of thing. And I'm trying to do better. So I'm going to do a mock-up muslin toile of every one of these pieces. So I actually already have something cut up. This is just like a, this isn't part of the wardrobe, it's actually just the muslin that I'm going to be using, but it's a knit. It's a brown, it's got cute like little rose things on it from my mother's stash, and I've already cut, I did this like months ago. So that's going to be my muslin for that one. I'm not real concerned with the fit for a knit top, but I already have that cut out and I was already going to make it, so that'll kind of push me to make that anyway. Third top for the capsule wardrobe is going to be in this cute little yellow knit. I showed this again in the fabric haul, and it's going to be just a simple little short sleeve knit top. I like this one. I think I am going to do a square neckline or a boat neck. No, this is a boat neck. So square. Do we just call that square? Anyway, I like that on me, and so yeah, I think that'll make a really cute top. So that's the 3 tops. I'm not actually going to do a muslin unless I can find some kind of fabric to do the muslin, but I will have extra fabric left over from these 2. Plenty, actually, because there's like almost 4 yards each of these. So I could technically do a muslin out of one of these. But again, I'm not super concerned with a knit shirt, you know. Okay, what else? Oh, a case in point. The leftover, this isn't part of the wardrobe, this is just capsule. This is just kind of an extra if it works out. I guess it really should be an alternate, but I'm going to put it up here because I want to. Whatever's left over of the yellow, green, and cream fabrics, I want to make the little collared shirt here. Isn't that cute? And make it kind of like a color blocking situation based on how much I have left of those 3 fabrics. They will still match everything. Wouldn't that be so cute? So I'm excited for that. Okay, sorry about that. I am home. I have the house to myself right now, and it's super windy outside, so I keep hearing stuff, and I'm like, what's that? So I went and shut and locked the door. Anyway, so I think that would be really cute, but again, it's not part of the wardrobe, the capsule, so it's not a big deal if I don't get it done. Okay, 3 bottoms. This fabric was again in my fabric haul from the previous video, and it's kind of what I am basing the entire capsule wardrobe on. It's just this really pretty leaf print with a cream background, linen cotton blend fabric, and I've decided on, and I immediately, when I first saw it, I immediately was like, those need to be wide leg pants that have some kind of stretchiness in the waistband, because if you're familiar with cruising, there's lots of food on cruises, and that's one of my very top favorite things to do on a cruise is eat myself silly. So lots of people like to drink themselves silly. I like to eat myself silly. So I've learned from cruising that I really need clothes that will stretch and make way for the food belly that I'll be coming home with. Anyway, these pants, the top ones, they're nice little pull-on pants, breezy easy. This view actually has belt loops, which I like, and it has a little tie, which I like, and then the back is elasticated. Nice and easy. So that will be really fun. For the muslin of this one, I definitely want to do a muslin of this. There's no way I can, even with as easy as these look, there's no way I'm going to cut into this fabric not knowing how these are actually going to fit or how they sew up. So this was in the free bin at that Smart Arts and Craft thrift store that I go to up in Nashville. This was in the free bin, and I think it's just a curtain, or it used to be a curtain or something. But it's just like a little cotton, but I thought that would make a very good muslin for these pants. Okay, next bottom. Some brown, what do we call this? Double gauze? Yes, double gauze. And I'm going to be doing the little shorts here of whatever this is, Simplicity 1069. I've had this pattern for forever. I've actually made the skirt or tried making the pants or something a long time ago. But I'm going to be making the shorts. And the muslin fabric for that one is going to be just this green cotton twill situation that I got when, funny story on why I bought this. This fabric came from Joann's last April when we were vacationing in Washington, D.C. And I did not pack appropriate clothing. We can't. So I could have taken my entire wardrobe if I wanted. But I didn't, because I know that when I road trip like that, I wear the same 3 things. Well, I took pants, and the first couple days we were there, it was really hot, and we rode bicycles and stuff. So I was burning up. I was mad because I didn't bring any shorts with me. Because I thought, you know, Washington, D.C. in April, surely you're not going to need shorts. And so I went to Joann's. I bought this fabric, and I was going to hand sew me some shorts. Obviously, I did not. Because, like, the next day, it was pants were appropriate. And then these didn't become needed throughout the trip. So, kind of funny. In a fit of anger and sweat, I bought that fabric. I'm glad I'm going to be putting it to use now. Okay, third bottom. And this one, okay, so this fabric is very special. This actually, coincidentally, this came from the Textile Fabric store, which I mentioned in my fabric haul, because this fabric came from there. Their like retirement closing sale that I went to. This fabric came from there 12, 15 years ago when I went there with my mother. This is the fabric that I mentioned in my fabric haul video that my mother was like, I can't believe you're paying, you know, $12, $15 a yard for this fabric. What are you going to do with it? And I'm like, I'm going to make a dress. This was 15 years ago. It's still here. But this is it. This is the fabric. So isn't it cute? Is it upside down? No, it's not. So cute. And for many, many years, it was going to be a fabulous dress that has never come to be, and I'm really glad it hasn't, because now it fits in perfectly with this wardrobe and the cruise, and it's going to be a drop waist skirt. I put up a picture of, I wish I had this pattern but I think I can make it work with this pattern. So this little pencil skirt here. So I think I'm gonna do like the top part, right? So it's fitted, and then there'll be some buttons here. And then about right here, it'll be gathered. Be a gathered skirt. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that'll work? I'll kind of pop up a picture of the one that I'm really wanting. But I think it'll work. I think it'll be cute. And yeah, I'm excited to actually use this. I have 3 yards of it. I don't know. And then if there's anything left, I would love to make just a cute little summer top out of it. But that's another story for another day. Really excited to use this up. And this is the toile for that, or the muslin for that. This was actually in my mother's stash. It's just some kind of crazy 80s cotton. Isn't that wild? I've just held on to it because there's like 4 yards of it. So yeah, I'm gonna use that. Okay, so that is, oh, the one piece. One piece is also special fabric. This fabric is this cute, slinky, what's this stuff called? I don't know. I don't know what it's called. But it is black and it has birds all over it. Isn't it cute? And I have like 4 yards of it. This was in my aunt's sewing stash. So my aunt on my mother's side, we were really close. She died in a car wreck in like early 2000s or 2012. Heck, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. But anyway, this was in her stash, and it's funny because she didn't sew clothes. She did quilts and she did like doll clothes and stuff. So I don't know what she was going to do with this, but I've had it since then. I've had this, you know, almost 20 years or 15 years, a lot of years. And this fabric actually made me interested in sewing my own clothes many years ago. Never had the courage to use it up, and now I'm really glad I didn't, because now it is going to be a super awesome 90s kind of vibe slip dress. So this is a pattern I have, but I think I'm going to use the bias cut slip dress pattern from Seamwork. I'll pop up a picture because I think this needs to be bias cut. I think it'll hang a lot nicer, I think. But this is what I have. This is kind of the look I'm going for. And I don't know if I have enough fabric for the long version, but I kind of love that. Because essentially I would wear this for formal night on the cruise ship. Now, we're doing Carnival Cruise. Carnival Cruise is, I'm more familiar with Royal Caribbean. But Carnival Cruise Line seems to be a lot more casual, a lot more laid back. Now, I'm one that I like to dress up. Anyway, I like to dress up. So, I'm gonna dress up to dinner. And I'm gonna dress up as much as I can for formal night. Now, normally, we would be driving, and so we could take whatever kind of luggage we wanted, and I would take, you know, a really nice formal gown. But this time, we actually found really good plane tickets for really cheap. One way, no layovers, one stop, no stop. You can tell I've flown a lot, 3 times. So we were flying, and that airline, you have to pay for carry-ons and checked luggage and stuff. So we are doing personal items and 1 checked bag. So I don't have I don't have any room for a big formal gown. Now, if I really wanted to take one and I found one or something, my husband, you know, we'd figure it out. Because he likes dressing up too. And because it's a Halloween cruise, you know, I just thought this would be fantastic. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. But as far as sewing is concerned, I'm a little concerned with using this. I do think this probably fits better, maybe, because it has, you know, panels, the panels that go down. There's no line drawings. Oh, they're on the front. So I don't know if you can tell that or not. So I don't know. What do you think? Should I do this one with this, or should I do the seam work one? I'm worried about having so many seam lines that it'll break up the pattern too much. I kind of want one continuous one. I'm not sure. Not familiar with that. That is an advanced project, and I have no muslin fabric that I can try it out with. So, that's part of it. So I'm gonna have to figure that out between now and October, but that's gonna be the most challenging. Okay, and that is the basic core pieces. 3 tops, 3 bottoms, and one piece, which is a dress. And that will be for formal night and dinners and things. I think it'd be really cute, especially if I do this version, to do the 90s style of putting a t-shirt on underneath it, you know, underneath the little spaghetti straps, or even over it. But if I do a bodysuit, I couldn't do that, obviously. Whatever, you got it. I think it'd be really cute to do that on like little more casual dinner nights. So that's the core pieces. Tell me what you think. Give me advice. And then I have, like I said, I have 3 pieces that are like alternate. They're not must-haves, but if I have the time or whatever, they would fit in with the capsule really well, and they would pack really, you know, condensedly. So, I mean, I'm pretty confident that I could get all of these clothes in like one of those like medium-sized little compression cube things easily. But I'll go ahead and show you kind of the other 3 things. So for a topper, if I have the time and I can fit it in this dark orange 100% linen fabric, is this. Now I've actually already been sewing up kind of a mock-up of this, and I really like how this sews up. I'm a little concerned because I don't quite have enough of this fabric, but I want to keep it in just this color so it'll go with everything. So I'm not real sure. I found this free pattern by Itch to Stitch of like a little topper, and I could definitely make it out of that, like that one. But we'll see. Next, I have this beautiful dark orange floral. It kind of has a cool print on both sides. It's very sheer, but the pattern is really dense, so it's not just crazy sheer. Okay, so there's that side, and then there's that side. Actually, I really like this side better. I don't really know what side it's supposed to be. I think you can probably do either one. But I have like 4 yards of it. Oh, I got this the same time that I got the Angry shorts up in DC. It was super cheap. It must have been like $2 or $3 a yard. That's the only thing I can figure out of why I got 4 yards of it. I was gonna make one of the 90s style like slip dresses like this out of it, and you know, here it sits. So because I have so much of it, I think it would really be, and again, not a requirement at all, but because it is sheer, you know, see-through, I think it would be a great, da-da-da-da, that's not it. Oh my gosh, oh here it is. A really great maxi skirt, a la, like the gal there. Wouldn't that be perfect? I want to say I've made that skirt or I've made those pants. Now I would say make the pants, but and honestly the pants would probably be really cool, right? But that wrap skirt, I mean, and that's a true wrap skirt. So it takes a ton of fabric. There's a line drawing for it. It takes a ton of fabric, but it would be great to take it on a cruise. You know, just wear one of those bodysuits and then put this on, and you can tie it as loose as you need to, and you know, go to dinner. This would be a great like dinner skirt. I don't know if I'd wear it around, you know, during the day, but it'd be a great dinner skirt. That's why I say it's not a requirement, because it might take up too much room, but it'd really be fun to make that. So I really like that idea. And then lastly, I have this. This was in the free bin also, and it's just a big remnant of this pleather vinyl yellow fabric. I didn't really know. I thought at first to do like a really cute like skirt situation, but I think it'll be more practical, especially since I've never sewn with something like that, to make a little bag that will coordinate with my little wardrobe. So I'm thinking something along the lines of this. I've made this before. It's been a million years ago, but there's the little pocket lining that I used way back when from my mother's stash. I didn't even have my own fabric to use. I mean, I remember it. This is one of the very first things that I sewed up, actually. My mother helped me. I remember her coming over to my apartment and helping me thread the sewing machine. You know, that kind of thing. So I thought something like this, but smaller. Now this actually looks pretty small, but it's like 11 by 13. And I'm thinking more like little bitty, but I'm not sure. This or just like a little classic clutch bag or something. I kind of have sort of a 90s style going on here, vibe going, so I don't know. But a bag in that, how cute would that be? Completely unnecessary, but really fun, right? So again, there's that fabric. It looks really bright, and it is pretty bright, but there's that. They kind of look the same on camera. They kind of are the same. So anyway, I could go really well. I also thought about maybe making like a really cool belt. Because I like tucking my stuff in and having a belt and that kind of thing. Tucking my stuff in. Tucking my shirt in. I wish I could just tuck my stuff in. It's so weird. I mean, like my belly. I don't know what I mean. Whoa, okay. Swap back around. That's about it. I'm really excited. I think for me, I need to focus on I have a couple of other things on the sewing table that I need to finish sewing up before I can really start any of this. I have the craft consignment sale coming up, so I'm going to be focusing on that. So I'm not actually going to be able to start sewing realistically until May, which probably work out because it's Me Made May, so everyone will be sewing and showing things off, so maybe that'll kind of keep me motivated. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I really want to take my time and really get the fit right so that I can actually wear these. But yeah, I think that's about it. Please tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.